Hello everyone, my name is Financial Charles and welcome back to another Bitcoin video. Today is August 14th of 2023 and the Bitcoin price for today is about 29,500. So it did increase from yesterday, but the micro movements really don't matter, and the technical analysis really doesn't matter either. We've been in very low volatility times right now, but no matter where you're at in this chart, um, as a hodler, you should be just DCAing no matter where the price is at. Um, and today I wanted to talk about how Bitcoin has incredible scarcity, and it's scarcity that people don't really realize yet. So let's get into it. There's only 21 million Bitcoins in the Bitcoin protocol forever. There can never be more than that. Bitcoin is coded to have 21 million Bitcoins forever, and you cannot inflate it. And I think that's the main reason why Bitcoin's price goes up over time. There's so many reasons to like Bitcoin, but like such as the decentralization, and it's borderless, so you can move it from country to country with no problem, and you don't need anyone else's permission to move your coins like you do with a bank. But for me, the 21 million finite supply, that's what sold me. And there are 7.5 billion people on the earth, and this number will continue to grow because there are people born every day. But right now, 7.5 billion people on earth, and the top 1%, there's 75 million people in the top 1%, because 1% of 7.5 billion is 75 million. And when you think of the top 1%, people usually think about very wealthy figures, very powerful figures, and the top 1% is perceived as the demographic that really makes the decisions, and they're very powerful and wealthy. And 21 million coins, if you distribute that evenly amongst only the top 1%, and the remaining 99% of humanity holds 0 Bitcoins, there's still only enough Bitcoins for each person in that top 1% to hold 0.28 Bitcoins. And in today's price, that's about 8,000 US dollars. So if you were to spend $8,000 on Bitcoin today, you guarantee that 99% of humanity cannot hold more Bitcoin than you. It is mathematically impossible for 99% of the world to hold more Bitcoin than you. So that if you see 0.28 around the internet, this is the math behind that. But this 0.28, this is only assuming that the top 1%, oh yeah, I already explained that just now, but it's also assuming that not a single person in that top 1% holds anything more than 0.28. So if someone is holding 1 Bitcoin, that 75th million person, they cannot hold 0.28 because there's not enough. So that last person in that 1%, they're going to hold less. So we already know that this is not true either, because you have, a lot of whole coiners, and there are, companies that have multiple Bitcoins. So really the number is a lot less than 0.28. And also, there's not even 21 million coins available. Satoshi, the creator of Bitcoin, he allegedly burned 1 million of his coins, so it's assumed that there's 1 million coins in circulation, or there's 1 million coins in the protocol that can never be moved ever again, because this is Satoshi's multiple wallets. It's also estimated that about 4 million coins are lost due to lost keys or dying with your coins. Now, I always thought this was a tricky metric, because how can you tell between an extreme hodler and just lost forever coins? So, but it's estimated that 4 million coins are forever liquid. But also, being a permanent hodler like that, those coins kind of have the same effect as lost coins, because those coins will never enter the exchanges ever again, because they're a permanent hodler. And these are the Bitcoin maxis. This is the me. I, with each Bitcoin, or every 2 weeks, with each amount of Bitcoin that I buy, that's forever illiquid because I'm holding forever and it'll never enter the exchanges ever again. And they're so MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor's company, they hold over 150,000 Bitcoins. So that is even more illiquid coins gone from that 21 million supply. So there's definitely less than 15.8 million Bitcoins left. So these other coins up here, the 1 million, 5 million, those 5 million coins, they will never be available up for auction ever again. So the remaining people, all Bitcoins that are being bought from this point on, it's only being divided amongst, what am I trying to say here? There's only 15.8 million Bitcoins left up for auction, I guess you could say. So I want to talk about whole coiner status too, because to get to the whole coin status is a very common goal, and it's a very big goal. 0.28 already makes you wealthier in Bitcoin terms than 99% of the world, but to be a whole coiner, you are now 1 in 21 million. And of course that number is a lot less, as we explained over here. So maybe if being a whole coiner, you're really more like 1 in 15 million, you know what I mean? So if you take all millionaires in the world, there are 55 million millionaires in the world, and you divide the 21 million coins evenly amongst the 55 million. There's only enough Bitcoin for each millionaire to hold 0.38 coins. And that's assuming the other non-millionaires of the world hold 0 Bitcoin. And this is also, once again, assuming that each of these 55 millionaires don't hold anything more than 0.38, which we know is impossible because there are whole coiners out there. There are people that continue to hodl out there. There are multiple companies that have Bitcoin. And then, of course, the 4 million lost and the Satoshi's 1 million coins locked away forever. So, again, if you want to do the calculations yourself on that, you'll find that the number is a lot less than 0.38. And 0.38 is how much? So 8,000 plus 3,000, right? And it's probably this would cost you about $11,000 in today's price. And again, like I mentioned, permanent hodlers that never plan on selling their coins and they continue to accumulate and hold forever, they have the same effect as lost coins, because those coins will never enter the exchanges again. They are illiquid. And data shows that there are only about 2 million to 2.25 million Bitcoins left on the exchanges. So really, all money that is being used to buy Bitcoin now, they're just buying that 2.25 million coins left. So once again, the 1 in 15.8 million, it's a lot less than that. It's really like more like 1 in 2 million, if that makes sense. But yeah, hodlers continue to lock away more Bitcoin, which makes the amount of liquid Bitcoin shrink on the exchanges. And again, not all of these Bitcoins are for sale either, because there are people that store their coins on the exchanges when they shouldn't. They should be locking it away in cold storage. And another thing is, when you keep your coins on an exchange, I think that's what makes the Bitcoin price kind of stagnant, because not your keys, not your coins. The only way to verify that those coins are yours, if they're in your own wallet address that you control. When you buy Bitcoin on Coinbase and you leave it there, let's say you buy 1 Bitcoin or when you buy, okay, let me try to think of how am I going to explain this. When you buy Bitcoin on Coinbase, they're still going to have the same amount of coins with them because you didn't withdraw your coins, if that makes sense. I'm going to try to find a way to explain that better in the future. But they can rehypothecate your coins, and that's fractional reserve. That's how crypto platforms go bankrupt, like Celsius and BlockFi, because they rehypothecate the coins. They don't have, it says that you have 1 Bitcoin in your account, but they don't have that 1 Bitcoin to pay you. And if everyone comes and withdraws all their money at once, they go bankrupt because they don't have that liquidity. And that's a bank run. And that's what caused the 1929 depression. But anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. I'm pretty sure this is a pretty long video, unfortunately, but that's all I wanted to talk about. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that, and I will see you guys tomorrow.